Behind a powerful editorial in the Denver Post. He's talking to Denver 7 tonight. Editorial page editor Chuck Plunkett says something had to be done to try to keep that paper alive, and that's why he published an editorial critical of the Post's owner and its decision to slash jobs. Denver 7's Mark Stewart's in the newsroom tonight, and the timing here of this is no coincidence at all.
It is not, Chen, and the timing is far from an accident. In fact, by the end of the day, 24 journalists will leave the Post, many the victims of layoffs. So in a fearless move, the editorial page editor made a public plea, hoping the hedge fund that owns the paper now will show a commitment to journalism or sell it to someone who will.
I've never been on such an emotional roller coaster as I've been the last several days.
As the editorial page editor of the Denver Post, Chuck Plunkett is learning what it's like to be a newsmaker and not a news reporter.
We usually try not to talk about ourselves. We care about what's going on in Colorado, not what's going on in our internal office politics.
But his office is making headlines. The staff has been shrinking in recent years, from 250 people to less than 100, all serving as fuel for this editorial titled, "As Vultures Circle, the Denver Post Must Be Saved."
If we don't act now, we really are looking at our own death. And so the vulture imagery works great.
He fears if things don't change, the newspaper will suffer, and so too will our state.
But a local paper like the Denver Post, whether it is or not, ought to be a public institution that is serving a watchdog role, that's serving an investigative role, that's speaking truth to power, that's providing a voice to the voiceless, that's doing the kinds of things that help a community be a community.
You could call Plunkett courageous, calling out the people who fund his paycheck, yet getting support from the people often the focus of critical editorials, the mayor, the governor, and Colorado's 2 senators.
It's risky. There are big potential pitfalls in a strategy like that, but it's the right thing to do, so that's what we're going to do.
Plunkett has not heard from the Post owner, Alden Global Capital. He is not questioning his move.
I hope I don't have to do something like this again, but I don't have regrets.
The people impacted in this latest round of departures include sports writers, music editors, and photographers, the men and women on the front lines who bring you content. An appeal has been made for a new buyer. Right now, though, no one publicly, at least, is coming forward. Live in the newsroom tonight, Mark Stewart, Denver 7.
Thank you.